welcome. I'm Zombie Kitty and welcome back finally to another Sandicides reaction video. So it has been a while. I think it's been a couple of months. This episode again is just going to be me reacting to one video. It's not going to be a couple, it's just going to be one. And from the looks of things, I think it's Remus's introduction, which will be interesting. I don't know anything about Remus aside from I think he's to do with like impulsive or intrusive thoughts. So this video is called Dealing with Intrusive Thoughts. So on that note, I will be upfront and say the reason I haven't done a Sandicides video in a while is because I did start to play the video. I saw the content warning and I will read it out in a minute and just thought I'm actually not in the right mindset or right mood to deal with that at the moment. So I'll wait until I feel, I guess, mentally prepared for whatever this video is going to be. So that is pretty much the main reason why I haven't done a Sandicides reaction video in a while. So I do apologise for that. But I'll leave the content warning up here as well as I read it. Obviously, as I play the video, the content warning will come up again. But the content warning is blood and gore, death, sexual innuendo, violence, disturbing imagery, crude humour, and religious commentary. I've just left that up there while I was reading out as well. Obviously, it's going to come up at the start of the video too. But yeah, that was kind of the main reason why I put it off for a bit, because I was like, okay, I'm not really in the right mindset to react to it yet. I'll wait. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say for this. I haven't actually looked at any of the other or the rest of the video. But yeah, let's go. Okay, so yeah, there's the content warning.
Oh my gosh, I'm late. Gotta do this video. Get ready? No, I don't have time to get ready.
Oh, that's Virgil,
I'm awesome,
I think.
And I can do this.
Oh no, is that just... Or was that just Thomas when he's anxious? So like Virgil's coming through. I don't know.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, hi.
How are you all doing? Comment below, because the human connection will make me feel like a person again. What? Sorry, that one was supposed to stay up here. Help me. Oh, there I go again. I'm just really
Tired.
Tired. Can't talk.
Oh, it's your
tires.
Yeah, it's your brain.
It just
not thinking.
Couldn't get to sleep last night, and I think with that new addition, that brings the grand total to everything. Everything is going wrong in my life. Even my thoughts are starting to go wrong. Oh, come on, no!
Yeah, here we go.
What are you talking about? Sorry, let's talk about something else. Yeah, let's. Uh-oh, here comes the noblest Roman of them all. What up, plebes? Oh, hey, Roman, we were just talking about something else.
I feel like Virgil's the only one that should be here.
Nothing else. There's nothing else.
To be honest.
We were just talking about
Yeah,
something and never anything else. Is that okay?
Yeah, no.
Wait, are you all seriously not going to let me in on what's going on here? Patton already said we were talking about something. Singing to myself, cause I'm not uncomfortable at all. Secrets
This
are
is very
no fun.
awkward.
Tell me now or else we're done. Look.
Well, he can just go.
You don't want to know unless you want to be deeply troubled. I do. Mystery loves company.
That's not...
It's misery loves
Yeah, it's not
company.
the phrase.
Not for me, it's not. I am not feeling any love or misery because it's a mystery for me alone. I have yet to receive my invite to the pity party. Thomas, come on. You can't have a ball without a prince. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, this isn't really for him.
I can't believe you're making me do this. What do you need? Logan!
Oh,
do
for
you
God's
know why
no,
everyone is
we
so
don't
moody
need...
bemoans? Oh, goodness. Are they still disconcerted? That's putting it a little lightly, Logan. Or your
these
reaction
are the
is a
wrong
little too
sides
extreme.
to
Well,
deal
that's
with
easy
this.
for you to say. Why wouldn't it have been easy to say? It was an 8-word sentence. That's not exactly laborious. What he means is that you're not a great judge of what is and isn't an overreaction. Your most extreme reaction is an eyebrow raise. Falsehood! I stand corrected. There's the one for today. Logan, put on your blinders, or in this case, take off your glasses. What are you talking? What are you talking about? Look, I barely got any sleep. That's the best joke my creativity's got. But seriously, ignore them for the time being and explain to me what is going on here. Well, last night Thomas struggled to fall asleep due to persistent, troubling thoughts about. Hey now, stop what you are saying. Whoa, you guys are acting fishier than the Kraken's crack.
Don't want to talk
so
about
I'm acting
something.
fishy. So sushi. I mean, sue me. Don't act like that was an accident. Everybody virtual. Let's give it up for the perp man. Just tell me.
He tried to make
burn
a
it
joke.
out if it'll be easier, like ripping the sword from the stone. That was canonically not easy. Yes, only Arthur was able to remove the sword. May the odds be never in our favor. But this isn't the sword in the anvil. You mean the sword in the
rip it
stone?
off like a
Why don't you
band,
read
like
the
a
book
plaster.
and see if you still need to correct me? Oh, sorry. I guess Disney was more faithful than we all thought. What I mean is that talking about this shouldn't be as impossible as liberating the sword from its ferric prism. I don't understand why we must prohibit any and all discussion about the intrusive.
Please
I'm
stop.
going to
Seriously,
prohibit your
please,
breathing
I
if you
really
keep this
don't
up.
want to think about it.
You know exactly why we're not talking about it. But Logan, if you continue to push this, we're gonna end up in really dangerous territory. Push what exactly? I'm sorry, but I can't condone any more of that kind of thinking. Please.
Yeah, I see.
Just listen to us this time. We're going to talk
Don't
about
push the
something
intrusive
else now.
force through because
Okay?
it's dangerous.
Patton, what are we talking about? 2005's Just Like Heaven, starring Mark Ruffalo and Reese Witherspoon? Sure. Oh, great flick.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I'm really out of it. The very same Just Like Heaven that won the Teen Choice Award for Best Chick Flick? You Ruffle know it. Were there any other Just Like Heaven films released in 2005 starring Mark Ruffalo and Reese Witherspoon? If
I don't
they
think
got
so.
married, then he'd be Mark with his spoon. Am I delirious, or is this the funniest video I've ever made? That's
No,
ridiculous,
I feel
Roman.
like I'm
Have you ever
slightly
heard
on
of what's mine
drugs,
is
if I'm
yours?
honest.
They'd be Mr. and Mrs. with their spoon. Patton, that was my joke!
I feel like this
You
is supposed to
hijacked
be
my
like a
joke!
bit of a fever
You
dream.
joke. You know what I never got about that movie? Why it won Best Chick?
Yeah.
I love Just Like Heaven, and I'm not a chick. Of course you're not a chick. You're a metaphysical human being.
Distractions can only go so far.
Have you ever imagined killing your brother?
Yeah,
How is
distractions
she a
can only
ghost if
go
she's not
so
dead?
far.
Perhaps she was accidentally and unknowingly astral
Before they
projecting.
push through.
Or maybe it was an out-of-body experience.
I thought astral
And this
projecting
isn't-
was an out-of-body experience.
I don't know. I'm just glad the movie
What
had a happy ending. That is what makes
Oh,
good
it's
cinema.
because
So
Thomas
there
is still
wasn't
thinking
really a
about all
ghost.
that.
Talk about ghost baiting. Of
Without
course she
them
wasn't a
re-
ghost. Ghosts are evil.
Hello?
Except for Moana's grandmother. Well, if there's one thing I know, Reese Witherspoon isn't evil. I resent that. Ghosts aren't evil. They just scare people because you never know when they're gonna show up.
Okay, I
Yeah.
take back what I said about ghosts.
Well then, that was a...
You killed him!
No, he's just knocked out, he's fine.
Ah, it's the Duke.
Hey!
The Duke? Okay. Care to explain further? Who is he? What is he doing here?
Oh, I just love showing up where I'm not invited.
Oh my god, that's his
Who he
voice!
is? It's kind of hard to explain.
What? No, it's,
No, it's not.
You just lack imagination.
Let's start from the beginning.
Are we having a song?
Adam and Eve bought knowledge for the small price of a little sin. They also lost eternal life, but what's fruit without the pits?
Apples don't have pits.
Ooh,
I
this was
am
a
the
nice hair.
Duke, and it's high time that I dropped in. And since you haven't puked yet, we'll know they're wrong when they call you sick. It's unicorn horns and dragon
This
tails,
whole
Roman's dull
video is a fever
creativity.
dream.
If you want the spectrum,
Wait, what did that
A to
note
Z,
say?
Then you'll need a little help from me. From unicorn porn to rats impaled, I give these thoughts generously. If you really want to challenge your viewership, then you
I like
need to start
the visuals,
limiting me. What in the have I been drinking? It's fine. It is
Yeah,
you,
literally,
these thoughts
like,
you're thinking. All right,
what
you
is
got
happening?
To stop this guy from singing. I love how hard you try. It's so cute. Let's resume. Sure, people don't like me much, Thomas, but that's only just 'cause I'm honest. Good and bad is all made up nonsense. Bro, I'm gonna whip your butt. Do you promise? Thomas, speaking of honesty, recently a snake offered me a morsel from the tree of knowledge.
I didn't expect...
Said you're wanting
Oh,
to be
okay,
more
so...
honest and be direct, dealing with your issues.
Yeah, so
No
these two
longer
clearly,
will you
like,
deceive
communicate with each
yourself
other.
about the ugliness within you. Neat. You wanna face facts? I've got one. Your late night thoughts get
I was not
pretty
expecting a
subdued.
song.
Share those musings with your friends. I doubt they would forgive you. Even though everybody sins, everybody dies. Why deny yourself knowledge? Say knowledge of yourself. You don't need to feel ashamed with your dear old Duke. You need not feign decency. You see this house on fire? I see it too, 'cause you got a fiend in me. So clap your feet and stomp your hands and dance off your booty cheeks. You can then bet your bottom I'll still be around when all your loved ones leave. Imagine with me, licking the blowhole of a dolphin. Your best bud trapped inside a coffin. Your grandma
Oh, okay,
choking on a
these are all,
lozenge.
like-
Your pet dog stuffed into
So he's a bit
sausage.
all over the place
These
because
sorts
of,
things
again,
are only
intrusive
thought in the
thoughts.
mind of a man whose soul is truly rotten. So let all your hopes of heaven be forgotten, 'cause your head's not in the gutter, pal, it's in hell.
I feel like I should have had like a couple of drinks before watching this.
The kind of life you only find in film.
That
Okay,
was horrible and horribly
That-
unhelpful.
that was
Mr.
kind of
Duke,
amazing.
I'm really stupid right now. Just tell me who you are. Simply.
Why, I'm your creativity.
no.
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 That's Roman.
Yeah. Also me, though.
In a weird
What?
sense. In a
Roman
weird way,
is
yeah.
sort of like Netflix Kids and Family. He's the option that you select
Yes.
if you want to.
Block out all the juicy stuff.
Don't say juicy in that context.
Juicy butthole?
That's
Okay.
okay. Yeah, your
I can see what kind of character he
hole needs
is.
to stay zipped up in your pants where it belongs.
Why do you want to stifle your own creativity, Thomas?
I'm sorry that I don't see the creative merit in juicy butthole.
Oh, come on, Thomas. There are different kinds of creativity. Just take Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, acid brain sex zombies, there's right.
Let me stop you right there. Jeffrey Dahmer was not creative. He was destructive. And I'll thank you to never bring him up again.
That's right. Just shut it down, Thomas.
You should do no such thing. You cannot force the Duke to retire a topic of conversation.
Yeah, repression can be very bad indeed. I mean, just take Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my god, we're
He
back
used
at
to
this
have
again.
these pretty funny thoughts about torturing animals. But you know, he hated them. He thought they were horrible, and he tried to force them out. Lot of good that did him.
It didn't do him any good.
Yeah, right.
In fact,
that's
that
what he
kind
was
of repression
saying.
doesn't do anybody any good because it doesn't work. In the 1980s, Virginia psychologist Daniel Wegner performed the white bear experiments, which demonstrated that the more one tries to force out a thought, the more intrusive and or repetitive said thought becomes.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
Stop!
I will
Yeah, stop it.
begrudgingly forego the scientific method for a quicker, simpler replication of the experiment. Patton, we will need you to talk about anything you want for the next minute.
Okay.
Right, but hold on to your ears because I'm about to talk them off.
Hold on to my ears. Done and done.
Oh, great, great.
Oh my god.
Ew.
You put those back on right now, mister. I can't hear you.
I need you to focus.
Oh, right.
Okay, so do I just start talking whenever? I will cue you.
Yeah,
but
talk about like
before you begin,
puppies or cats or...
don't think about,
A goldfish in a condom.
Okay. That works. Go. Once upon a time, there was a golden girl. Good save.
Yes.
Who lived in a condominium. Okay, Logan,
Okay,
has it been a
yes.
minute yet? Not even close. But you did exactly what I needed you to do. Patton did a real good job.
You know, you took some creative liberties, but I give you my blessing.
In Wegner's experiments, subjects were asked to speak about whatever they wanted, with only
Okay.
one caveat. They were not allowed to think about a white bear. Despite that rule, according to Wegner,
okay.
subjects mentioned the bear about once per minute. Oh, okay. So I can't stop him. Awesome news.
It is, isn't it?
But either way, you are not creativity. Yeah, that is the
Well, he-
brave, handsome, unbeatable Roman.
Oh, Mommy, I don't want the mashed potatoes.
Who's still
Creativity
knocked
is
out.
about butterflies and magic. That's not you. You're
Stinky?
scary.
Terrifying.
Me? Scary? No. That sounds like a you problem. Or a him problem.
Thomas, like it or not, the Duke does encompass a portion of your imagination.
Yeah.
Imaginative sure is a kind word for him.
I agree. How about demented?
Why are you defending me? I'm not.
His
I'm
face.
just trying to be intellectually honest with Thomas.
Sounds like bullshit. This dork's deceit in disguise.
No.
What? Again? Deceit? Show yourself.
No, it's actually me.
I knew that. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little silly.
No,
Why
it's
are
just
you
making them all
lying?
uncomfortable.
Lying? You just said the Duke is Thomas's imagination.
Yeah, unlike
portion of
a
it, anyway.
certain potty mouth in this room, imagination is good. Did you guys know that dork means whale penis? I call Logan a whale penis, is what I'm saying.
Thomas, you have to
I
understand
wasn't
that
expecting him
life
to
is
just
not
suddenly
so
say that.
black and white, as they say.
But the Duke and the Prince literally wear the black and the white.
Yes, but they're
No, that's
your
not what he's
sides. That's how
saying.
you see them.
That's not the only way he sees me.
Ah!
Please leave Joan out of this.
Oh, what's that?
That is something Joan would do.
Why would I even have two creativities anyway? Why?
'Cause there's a good and
Roman
bad side to it.
all-encompassing.
Because of your view of creativity and imagination as a purely good force.
But there's
At a
good and
young
bad
age,
sides
you
to it.
filed away products of your imagination as either welcome or forbidden. This led to the development of two separate sides of your
Yep.
creativity. Wait, so my creativity split in two? Into what?
Into a butthole?
Into
No.
two parts during your development, yes. Like an ovum. The Duke is like Roman's twin, the embodiment of bad imagination,
Yes.
which is primarily experienced by you via intrusive thoughts.
You made me this way, Thomas. I was the unloved brother from the Genesis. Roman and I are Cain and Abel. And that cane up your butt makes you unable to
Yeah, there it
explore
is.
more mature ideas in your content.
What is it with you and butts?
Hey, prude, your art is bad.
This is
You're attacking
absolutely
my livelihood now?
unhinged.
Thomas's friends and family is one thing, but his work is nothing sacred?
Yeah,
Wait, what about my friends and family?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you forget the part where I'm your creativity? Obviously, I have opinions on the matter.
But are
I
they
did not
opinions
expect that voice to
matter?
come out of him
Especially if they're
as well.
hurting you.
For someone who prefers salty flavors, your videos are rather saccharine. What will your legacy be? Will you even have one? How about this? You get buck naked on camera and self-immolate to Taylor Swift's Shake It Off.
No!
That'll leave an impression.
Wow, I hate him. I hate
Yeah,
him.
you
Haters gonna hate,
don't
hate,
like-
hate, hate.
I wouldn't want my legacy to be subjecting people to something they didn't want to see.
Why not? That's life. People seeing, hearing, and experiencing things they'd rather
Yeah, but-
not see, hear, or experience.
Yeah,
Maybe
but don't
so.
force it down their throats.
But I don't want to add to life's
Yeah, exactly.
unpleasantness.
Oh, so you're going to baby them?
No,
you wanna
that's
rock
not-
the cradle, Daddy? Rock the cradle in the treetop?
Why is the cradle in a treetop? No one knows. Irresponsible.
Or do you want to be the wind that causes the cradle to fall? And then the baby dies.
That's horrible.
Look, pleasant metaphors aren't really my strong suit.
You have
No,
a strong
clearly.
suit.
I do, my birthday suit.
Okay.
Okay, new metaphor.
Virgil, you
Nudging
encouraged
the
that one, to be
baby
fair.
bird to leave the nest and take flight. Okay, there.
And then it
yes,
drops down
that's
and
it.
dies. Is
Oh,
that what
maybe
he's
there's
gonna
hope
say?
for you after all.
Wait for it.
And the baby
No.
bird immediately flies straight into an unseen
Okay,
jet
there it
turbine
is.
and causes the entire plane
There
to
it
come
is.
crashing down. And no one survives. What is your deal? What is my deal? Bitch, what is your deal? I'm your creativity. What does that say about you?
Virgil has looked
My
nervous
deal?
the
Thomas
entire
doesn't have
video,
a
by the
deal.
If
way.
I have a deal, then Thomas
I just
has a deal.
noticed
Deal or
it.
no deal?
Roman is Thomas's creativity too, so
Yeah,
Do I need to
two.
remind you of what Thomas was thinking about last night?
Oh no,
I
no.
just did what I do as one of Thomas's sides. If I am awful,
What the hell
And so is
was that
Thomas.
about?
Not all thoughts have some profound meaning behind them. Some are worthless.
Virgil, you've never been one to soften the truth. Why would you aspire to be so boring? Those thoughts weren't Thomas. So what? Thomas thought someone else's thoughts? Do we have ourselves a classic case of brain swap?
No,
Maybe.
no.
He's right.
Really?
Not you. the Duke.
What?
The reality is, you thought those thoughts, Thomas.
Oh no.
Yeah, because why would you not? You're
no.
human.
Is Thomas a bad person? Why do you
No.
keep asking that?
We still haven't gotten an answer. He hasn't acted on any of the thoughts yet, so at least there's that.
Okay.
But there's definitely something wrong with him.
No, there isn't.
And unfortunately, he's not the naturally good person that you wish he was, Patton.
But Thomas always tries to put others before himself. We've all seen it.
Yeah, he can act like a good person, just like Deceit can act like you. But we've also seen that doing what he thinks is right can be pretty difficult for him.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
but
two
that's
are
just
blowing
part of
this
being
way out of
human.
proportion.
Yeah, I was
Logan,
gonna
I'm
say.
sorry, but Thomas can't logic his way out of this one. Facts are facts, and the fact is, Thomas had twisted thoughts that a stable person would never have.
Actually, a stable person, as you put it, could absolutely have
Yeah,
those
exactly.
thoughts.
Shut your mouth or I'll tear off your nipples and shove them up your nose.
Okay. So
What? Where did that come
we
from?
just have to fake it till we make it? Ooh, like how Thomas is going to imagine making a sandcastle out of Joan's ashes until he actually gets to do it. Stop! No! Like how you fake being good at something until you are. And this something is being a good person. But how do you fake not thinking about something?
Yeah, didn't we try that earlier when we talked about Just Like Heaven?
Why?
In trying
What
to distract yourself from those
the
unwanted
hell?
thoughts, you seem to have created a mental connection between 2005's Just Like Heaven and last night's intrusive thoughts that wouldn't have otherwise existed.
Uh-oh, I'm here with the main characters from Just Like Heaven, David Abbott and Elizabeth Masterson, and I can do with them as I please.
This whole video
not
is an
David Abbott and
absolute
Elizabeth
trip.
Masterson!
You bastard. Okay, you can't pretend that that isn't happening.
Ew.
Smash the whole
I have no
you
idea
can
what's going to
pretend on
happen the next
outside.
time we see
What
him.
does that even mean?
As long as these kinds of thoughts stay in Thomas's head, turn into a ghost! Then that's good enough for now. Turn into the Hulk! Patton, of course they would stay in my head. Why would I want to do any of this in real life?
Well,
You
let
tell
go.
us. You're the one who's thinking about it.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
make
but there's
him
a
throw
difference.
the baby. I merely gave him a baby and a large, sharp knife.
Not
Yeah,
acting
but
on
there's
every thought
difference
that he has
between
isn't
like
faking
having those
anything.
thoughts and acting them out.
I can't think of how one would fake not doing something other than by doing something and hiding that they're doing it.
Ooh, how fun! You know who could help us with that?
One
No.
of you is enough. No, you guys aren't understanding.
does he has a theme
they
song?
would stay in Thomas's head because
What?
he would pretend like he never had the thoughts in the first place.
So, we're back to repression then. Logan said that that doesn't work.
That's what repression is? Well, what
Yes.
other options do we have?
Virgil, I don't want to do what he says.
You mean you don't want to act on what you think?
Virgil,
Enough.
Ugh, here we go, Virgil. Looks like Logan has reached his listening to others limit for the day.
This is not about me wanting to be listened to. You all are not listening to Thomas. What he's saying is worth noting. But what
Yeah.
if he's lying? I can assure you he's not. You're just expressing an unhealthy amount of concern. Thank you for being on guard. But for now, you must listen.
You have to believe me, Virg. Patton, I am not at all enticed by anything the Duke is saying. I do not identify with anything about him. Dress me up however you want, Thomas. I can be covert if you'd like.
Psychologist Dr. Norman Epstein once said, if a thought like that pops into your head, but you're not bothered by it at all, that could be a problem. Does Thomas seem bothered to you?
Yes.
Does.
But what about Jeffrey Dahmer? He was pretty bothered too.
He certainly was bothered.
Wait, why
As
did
a
Virgil
child.
say that as
And he
well?
outgrew those feelings. Thomas is still distraught by his forbidden thoughts as an adult. Furthermore, Jeffrey Dahmer went on to murder innocent people. Say, how many people have you murdered, Thomas?
None.
Well,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
can't be where the bar is. Patton, you of all sides should know that it isn't. Thomas, you're a religious man, correct?
Yeah, but there have been plenty of bad religious people throughout history.
Well, I cannot argue with that. Religion
Yeah.
is not perfect, but when it is not abused, piety is just as valid as the innumerable other ways to live a principled life. To the best of your ability, you try to live your life based on a moral code set by your faith, correct? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, love thy neighbor as thyself, etc.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not kill is one such principle, but it certainly couldn't be said that that's where the figurative bar has been set. Couldn't all this talk of religion create a connection between Thomas's beliefs and his intrusive thoughts?
Careful, Virgil. You're giving me ideas.
Actually, Virgil, Thomas's faith and his relationship with the Duke are and always have been inextricable.
I don't know about all that.
Thomas's Catholic upbringing has instilled in him that thought is a precursor to action. Consider some of
Okay.
the 7 deadly sins: greed, pride, envy, lust, wrath. 5 of the
I'm
7 deadly
so
sins
suspicious of
are
Virgil in
committed
this episode
your
as well,
head.
actually.
There's a reason why the Duke has continuously used religious language. He's playing to your sensitivities.
I was going to say, is it a trigger?
It's fine if you disapprove of toxic thinking, but you can't banish any and all unpleasant thoughts when there's a constant stream of thoughts going through your head at all times. The Duke was right. Not only does repression not work, but it can be very bad indeed. I understand that your natural human reaction when you see something disturbing is to look away, but if you let me examine the Duke's contributions, then I
Okay.
could expose him for being unrealistic and figuratively dress him down.
Oh, well, if that's what you wanted, Logan, you could have just
No,
said
no. I knew that's where
I
he was going to
said-
go with that.
Figuratively. And that is why I say it.
That is why I say it.
The real problem here isn't the disgusting drivel coming from the Duke.
Ooh, thank you for the alliterative regards, Logan. I love being given 2 D's at once.
Okay, then what is the real problem, Logan? It's you.
Uh-oh, looks like the cat's out of the ball bag. Despite his best efforts, Virgil could never stop being the bad guy.
Oh, and
Oh, here we go
Record
again. Wait, what?
scratch?
Patton? How? He's being too strict. Oh my goodness. Patton is being too strict. It's not me for once? What does that mean? Am I cool? Does this make me cool? Am I being cool? Oh my gosh. My teeth.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I changed my mind.
I was so
I'm
confused at what
unpredictable like
happened
that.
then.
I bet that really gets to you, huh, Logan? The opposite of rationality. There is no rhyme or reason to what I do. I just do. And what I do is wreak havoc.
I'd say you just reek. Figuratively. Also, literally, though.
Oh, what do you have to say to that, Duke? Thank you. Reek is what I was going for. Well, I mean, my deodorant's flavor is pickled poo logs.
Flavor. Deodorants don't have flavors. You don't eat deodorant.
Is he going to... Yeah, I knew it.
Maybe you don't.
Okay, I got one, babe. Since we call Roman
I've
Princey,
seen that
does that
GIF
mean
so
we
many
should
times
call
of him eating the
you
deodorant.
Dookie?
Dookie? I love it. Please do.
Wow. Okay, well, there really is nothing you can say to him.
Or you could just call me by my name. Remus.
Oh!
You,
We're getting his name straight
you
away.
told me? Right off the bat? Just like that?
Of course
That's
I did,
kind of
Dr. Seuss.
terrifying.
I would never hide anything from you.
Yeah,
The truth
that's why
is,
it's a bit
Remus,
terrifying.
You don't get to me in the slightest. Object
How'd he do
impermanence
that?
renders you pretty unintimidating. What's so frightening about something with no real-world impact?
Oh, shut up, nerdy Wolverine.
How about you shut up?
I forgot he was still on the floor.
Oh, you killed him.
He does make an impact, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I would have gotten a full night's sleep if it weren't for him.
Lack of sleep can negatively affect your memory, it weakens your immune system, and it increases your risk of heart disease. And that's only some of the potential side effects.
Right, yeah, exactly. Ooh, maybe I am a little scary.
However, your lack of sleep last night was the result of Virgil's reaction to Remus, not Remus himself. So, the Duke only has power over you because Virgil and Patton believe that he does. Because you fear him. Without that, he'd have a much harder time hurting you. So what do you think?
Yeah,
Can we
because Virgil's
logic our
been
way out of
really
this one?
nervous the entire video.
I think we can.
Not really. No, there's no
Oh.
way to force intrusive thoughts out of your head. Please pay attention. That said, you can learn to better deal with intrusive thoughts.
My
That was
devious plan
terrifying.
was a success. You were all momentarily distracted.
Momentarily, yes.
Anyway, this issue
Yeah,
extends-
exactly.
Extends? You remember that erection medicine?
This
Oh
issue
my
goes
God.
beyond taking Remus seriously. Another major concern is when you try too hard to make sense of him.
But all of those horrible thoughts, I mean, they have to mean something.
No, they
They
don't.
don't. Virgil was right. Not all thoughts are meaningful.
He
Remus
was
said
so
it
confused,
himself,
like, wait, I
and
was
I'm
right about
sure he'll
something?
say it again.
There is no rhyme or reason to what I do. I just do.
Exactly.
Oh, maybe there is a rhyme.
If you aggressively interrogate Thomas about why the Duke said or did something, then you're only going to hurt Thomas. I mean, look at him now. He barely got any rest, due in large part to you two chastising him all night.
I acted like a real beehole.
Wait, is he gone? No,
I think he's gone. Nails on a chalkboard!
Oh, for God's sake.
Jeez.
God damn it.
Like fingernails nailed to a chalkboard.
You were doing
that's
so
get worse and
well.
it's gonna get worse. Oh!
Don't do that. Never check to see if you've successfully gotten rid of him.
Why
Yeah, just
is
move
Remus
on.
becoming such a nuisance right now?
Well, how are you doing right now?
I don't know. I'm fine.
Virgil, how's he doing?
He recently realized
Yeah.
he's a bigger liar than he thought he was. He doesn't understand himself. He's committed to skipping a big callback, and he's sleep deprived. So yeah, he feels like a piece of dirt who has no control over his life.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah.
And that is precisely why the Duke feels like such a threat, in part at least. The feeling that you may be a bad person who doesn't have control over yourself or your
That was a
destiny
weird face.
causes you to fear that you may actually act on these thoughts.
What if you sniffed your dog's butt?
Shut up. I
Yeah,
guess that
be
makes
quiet.
sense. I mean, I sound the alarm whenever Roman suggests Thomas talk to a cute guy, so it follows that I would have even more of a reaction to Remus's suggestions.
Speaking of suggestions, when are you actually going to jump out of a moving car? I've
No.
been bringing it up for years. Still nothing.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty used to that one.
But to view the Duke's contributions as suggestions is almost exaggerative. This issue is more of a matter of over-control than impulse control.
So it is okay to jump out of a moving car?
No.
But it is okay if the thought of jumping out of a car happens to cross your mind.
But you don't
Okay,
act
well,
on it.
We've heard a lot about what not to do. What can we do?
Well, I'd imagine that you will now recognize many of the Duke's contributions as intrusive thoughts, which is actually really important. You must accept that these thoughts just happen. And again, the substance of these thoughts typically provide no insight into your true character.
Yeah,
Poopy!
It's
they
like
just
if you had a
happen.
child who, despite all of your best efforts, refuses to stop screaming on an airplane.
Poopy!
There's no out. Just accept it. They'll tire themselves out in time, and you can better address the issue later. There's no rush for you.
Poopy.
It's okay. Just keep doing whatever you were doing before.
Yeah.
The other passengers on the plane might become frustrated, and that's okay too. Everything is okay.
Aww.
Wow. That was amazing, Logan.
And you can always talk to someone. Wegner, who I mentioned earlier, as well as psychologist James Pennebaker, found that subjects who talked about their thoughts often felt better emotionally and physically. According to one study, in the United States, roughly 1 in 50 people suffer from intrusive thoughts. So you're not alone. And if you can't find a personal friend who will listen or understand, then you should consider seeing a professional if the thoughts are really troubling you.
I don't know.
If you have joint problems, you see a rheumatologist. If you have stomach problems, you see a gastroenterologist. And therefore, if you have mental health problems, you see
Therapist.
Therapist.
and or a psychiatrist. When something is hurting you or inhibiting you, you seek someone who can help.
I didn't realize what an impossible standard I've been setting. I can't control every little thing that pops into your head. This may be unnecessary, but it's okay if you sometimes think some icky thoughts, Thomas. You have my permission.
Actually, that does kind of help, Patton. And as for you...
That's really not necessary, Thomas.
Why don't you just take a breather, kiddo? Yeah.
You need to go to sleep.
You know, it's funny. You used to really unsettle me. I thought that you were some terrible illness. Now I can see that you're just a common cold. A mild inconvenience that's gone before you know it.
You tickle me, Emo. Well, I enjoyed this. Good seeing you again, Virgil. Ah, it was just like old times.
Wait,
I can see now why everyone was reluctant to tell me
they
what
know
was
each
going
other.
on. Roman!
You're
Yay!
alive! I love you!
Are you good?
I don't know.
Oh, are you hurt at all?
My head's fine. More than anything, I feel like I was struck by a realization. Like Einstein with the apple. You mean Newton?
Oh, shut up, nerdy Wolverine.
No! Oh, I mean... I'm sorry, Logan. I didn't mean that. It's quite all right, Roman. However, the more pertinent question is Thomas all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. Am I right?
That was not all right. That word's been said so much now that it sounds all wrong.
Well, I believe I was summoned to help address this matter, and it seems to be settled now. Your next course of
Yay.
action should be settling into bed for the night to revitalize your immune system as well as your short-term memory. You wouldn't want to forget everything you've just learned.
Logan, thank you
Oh,
so much.
Oh, please, don't mention it. Just another day's work.
No, seriously, you're really cool.
I'm gonna get emotional.
Yeah, I'll try not to pester you too much tonight, kiddo. Now, I can't promise that I'll never have another knee-jerk reaction, but I can try to make peace with whatever thoughts dance through your head, whether they be sugar plums or
Belly bums!
Oh, for God's sake.
Or that. This was fun.
Oh, that.
A Thomas
Yes.
sandwich. Hold the Roman
Roman's
lettuce.
so
You should really make
confused.
that the usual because Roman will make you sick.
And yet, as soon as I was removed from the picture, Thomas had a dookie problem.
Thomas already made a dookie joke. Bye!
Okay, bye.
Don't like him.
So, you have a brother?
Yeah. It's a little like looking into a funhouse mirror. But instead of a giant head or like long legs and a tiny torso, it shows you everything you don't want to be.
That doesn't sound like a very fun house.
Yeah. But whatever, you know? He's gone now and he's never coming back.
Oh,
Well,
I don't think
and
that
I
that's...
don't. Yeah, not sure about that one.
Virgil? You okay, buddy?
Huh?
You want to confess something?
Yeah, I just... I'm a little disappointed in myself.
You wanna?
I thought that I would be able to protect you from them.
The dark sides?
The others. I thought I knew how to handle them.
Oh, well, I think we're all trying to figure them out for now. It'll take some time to figure everything out.
Yeah, but I should know better.
Isn't that kind of unfair? Why should you
He
be held
used to
to
be
a different
one.
standard than any other side?
Because he used to be one.
Because I was one of them.
Oh, right.
Whoa! What a way to end this
So,
video. Yeah.
yeah.
How are
I'm
you going to
sorry
end this?
that you all had to see any of that. The Duke stuff, I mean. Or Remus. I know that intrusive thoughts, especially intrusive thoughts of the disturbing variety, are a taboo subject that can be scary to deal with. And sometimes scarier to talk about. Even though it's a relatively common phenomenon, it's easy to feel like you've crossed some line and thought the unthinkable. But please, if there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this. those thoughts that you may have thought do not define you. We are thinking machines. Your brain generates ideas so easily, you literally do it in your sleep.
Yep.
So a thought alone cannot make you a bad person, especially an unwelcome thought. To echo the words of American journalist Paul Roberts, in the end, the most damaging, forbidden thought, the one we have been trained to block at every turn, may simply be that we are really okay. Until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out.
Go to bed.
Okay.
Okay. Did you get good sleep? Oh God, what are you doing here? Stop eating that. Okay, good night. He's gonna be behind the. Yeah, I was gonna say, stop it. It's so uncomfortable, and I guess that's the point. But
All done.
Gross. All right, I'm gonna go make the promo for this video.
Yeah, disgusting.
Seconds, anyone?
No. Stop. Ugh.
There's a snake in my butt.
What? Okay. I thought it was just going to end with him eating that and that was it. Okay, so I went through so many emotions with that. I feel like I should have been drinking for this one, especially at the start, with like the song and everything. But I think the song kind of perfectly captures the idea of Remus. And because obviously intrusive thoughts are a normal thing to have. It may seem like they're not, and it may seem like they're bad, but you know, they go into your head all the time, and that is normal to have. It's when you act upon them which is the concerning part, and when it's the concern. So, but I feel like Remus was kind of a perfect representation of that. Every single time it went back to him, like, I was always a bit concerned about what he was going to say and what he was going to do, like what the shot was going to look like. A lot of times I was a bit uncomfortable and like, why are you doing this? Why did you just say that? But that's the point of him. So I think Thomas kind of has represented that perfectly with him. Because they do just happen. Even Remus said, you know, I don't have any rhyme or reason, I just do. And that's exactly how intrusive thoughts work. The other thing as well is that when they were saying, you know, how can Remus be, you know, my creativity? And they were like, oh, what was it? Peyton said like, oh, like creativity is like good and rainbows and butterflies. No, it's not always good. I mean, you know, just take a fictional thing. Saw is creative. It's not sunshine and rainbows. You know, it's a lot of blood, gore and traps and stuff, but it's creative. So there's good sides and bad sides to like creativity, and even, yeah, they went through with Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff like that. But there's, again, going back to that thing, it was like there's a difference between thinking these things and carrying those thoughts out and actually doing those thoughts. So I'm glad they brought that up as well. I do appreciate the video said that these thoughts were a normal thing as well. And also, I think it was good. Like, when did this come out? Okay, 5 years ago. So I can't remember for the time, because obviously now the idea of getting therapy is a lot more accepted. But I don't know at the time of this video being released whether that was still a thing or whether that was like, you know, a taboo topic to like push away. But I like that this video did include like therapy can be an option if you need help. You know, especially in 2023, where it's a lot more accepted, like widely accepted. So I do really like that they brought that up. It was a lot funnier though than I was expecting it to be, purely because, again, like, sometimes I laugh when I'm a bit uncomfortable with, like, the weird things that he was doing. Like, again, like, I never knew what the shot of Remus was going to be, like, what he was going to do in that shot. So it was a lot funnier than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be quite serious, and I guess obviously some parts of it were serious, they had to be. But I do appreciate as well that there was still some humour in there as well. Let's talk about the ending, because wow, what a way to end the video. It makes sense, sorry, actually before that, it makes sense as well. During the song, Remus was mentioning that he knows deceit. Again, makes a lot of sense. It also kind of makes sense that Virgil used to be a dark side as well. Like, that actually does make sense, because if we go back to the very start of this reaction series, and when Virgil was introduced, I think it was with, I can't remember who the guest was, but it was guest starring someone. Was it Superwoman? I can't remember, but it was with her. That video and the next couple of videos were treating Virgil like a villain, or like the bad guy. Sorry, I just knocked my fingers on the table. Were treating him like the bad guy. So it does kind of make sense that, and again, anxiety can have like bad sides to it as well. So it makes sense that Virgil was at one point a dark side. Like, that does make a lot of sense. It was surprising when I heard it, but I was like, no, that actually does make a lot of sense. It would also make sense as to why, I think it was the last video, where Virgil and Deceit were having a few conversations, and it felt like they knew each other, like even before all of this. And Remus also knows Virgil as well, so that makes a lot of sense in that regard as well. I also like and this is the last thing I could think of to mention actually, that the Duke, was it halfway through the episode, said what his actual name was. Like, again, makes a lot of sense, and even he says, you know, I've got nothing to hide. Well, of course I'm just going to tell you guys. He's he's impulsive, he just does things on the fly and doesn't really think about them. He's just like, oh, this and this and that. So why would he hide his name? Like, why would he keep that a secret? But that also makes it kind of terrifying as well, because again, yeah, Remus has nothing to hide. He has nothing to lose. You know, he's got nothing to gain from revealing his name. So, whereas with the others, it always felt like that was a really important event when they revealed their names. Especially with Virgil, like, he was so nervous about it. And again, with Logan and Peyton, like, it felt like they only revealed their names once they knew they trusted and had a good relationship with Thomas. Remus doesn't care. So that's what makes it kind of scary in a sense, I think. Deceit, I don't think, has revealed his name yet. I do remember knowing what Deceit's name was, but I can't remember it, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's kind of interesting that he just went, oh yeah, this is my name. It's like, oh, okay then. This was actually a really interesting episode. I went through a lot of emotions. There was a lot going on in this video, which I really, really like, but it all kind of made sense with the topic. Really, really liked this video, actually. And yeah, we got a new side. I think this is the last one as well. So this is the last Sandercide, I think. But this was the next part in my Sandercide's reaction video series. I nearly forgot what the title was. This was called Dealing with Intrusive Thoughts. And yeah, I really enjoyed this video. As per usual, I will just put the Sandercide's playlist in the description below. I think that's what I used to do. So it's been a couple of months since I've recorded one of these. But I will put the playlist in the description below so you guys can go off and watch this for yourselves. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye!